So guys, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Keanu, what project are we going to be working on today? Is it going to be the camper van? Is it going to be the pit bike? Is it going to be the E36? And the answer is no. In true car guy fashion, we are going to be starting a new project today because that's what we do. Only it's the coolest project to date by far because it's a friggin' Evo.
Care for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
So, although we've got all the other projects on the go, this is actually a friend of mine's car. We are painting the whole thing. It's going to be a fast respray. I swear to God, it's not going to take weeks like every other one. Fast respray, we're going to underseal it and then it's going. But it's really, really cool that we're going to be working on an Evo. So yeah, here is the cinematics B-roll of the Evo. So now you've seen all the kind of good bits, I will show you all the bad bits. So the bonnet is painted with an aerosol can because it was the wrong colour when Mark got it. So he just put aerosol on it and 320 grit. I'm not sure that you can see the scratches if it goes into focus. Yeah. So the bonnet needs completely stripped back and painted. Someone has done this to the wing. And the front bumper is kind of stone chippy, but the rest of the car is really, really straight, bar a tiny bit of rust down here. And the boot lid's obviously got quite a lot of dirt in it from when it was last painted. Just niggly bits, but it's all in a pretty straight car. It's just been neglected. It's probably as neglected as I'd ever like to see an Evo. But all that will change. It does have a Link ECU, upgraded injectors, bigger turbo, all the good stuff. It sounds unbelievable. It's sitting around 400 horsepower, but with what supporting mods there is, you would imagine it would probably be capable of about 550 before it blows the transfer case into bits. But yeah, we're not doing any of that. We will be painting this car red, provisionally red. Now, I'm not sure whether we've talked about Mark in previous videos, but Mark is the guy for my yellow cars. I paint a car yellow, I send a photo to Mark, Mark comes and buys it. That's how that goes every single time. You paint a car yellow, Mark wants it. It's just his thing. It's my thing. I like yellow cars, but this is provisionally going red because he does want the resale value to be higher, and yellow ones, well, yellow ones just don't sell as quickly. Everybody wants red. And the guys that want yellow will, I don't know. Yellow is cool. I would like to have done it yellow. I'm sure you guys don't want to see any more yellow, but I would like to have done it yellow because yellow rocks. But red it is. Red looks sick. I love red Evos. I love blue Evos. I love Evos. Silver is pretty cool, but not as cool as red. So, the plan for today really is to strip it all down and hopefully, fingers crossed, get some primer thrown onto it here and there. Really, it's just the bonnet, the quarters and one door that we're going to be priming. By the way, I broke my microphone when I was welding that RX-8. I got rust into the charger port and I blew the charger port out with an air line. So then I wrecked the microphone. That's on me, so we're on the camera. It might be a wee bit shakier, I don't know. But the audio might be better than my phone. I just used my phone because it was always handier than pulling out a big camera and putting it into selfie mode. But yeah, right, on with the time lapse. We're going to pull it all apart. Okay, so there is a few developments whilst I forgot to time lapse. I was working at this, the worst car to change a radiator in ever. I was changing the radiator in this, and then Mark, the guy that owns the Evo, and one of his friends came down and they started stripping it. And there was a few developments. So I forgot to hit the time lapse on the GoPro because I was busy doing the other car. and they got all this done. So Mark has been here and stared at the car all day and pulled it all apart, and he has decided, you know, get her. The dog is trying to get in that Evo. I can't wait till Mark sees this video and he's like, get that dog out of my car. But yeah, so the developments are the car is now getting an Evo 9 rear bumper, and it is also getting painted yellow. So another yellow car on the YouTube channel that paints everything yellow. So I suck to being a YouTuber because I never time-lapsed any of the work so far. And I also suck because I'm just painting another car yellow. This camera it's great, but all it shows is how shiny my head is. Like, I didn't. But yeah, I'll show you guys progress. So far, the boot lid's off, the taillights are out, the doors are off. Which were way easier than you'd think, although the washers are welded on the front of Evos, so the bolts have to stay in it. And the bonnet's off. Yeah, these trims around the roof are off, and pretty handy around the back of these is that this actually clips off and the side rubbers actually clip off. So we'll be able to paint with the windows in. I'm hoping that I can get this rubber either heated up and peeled back or completely out of there. Because we really don't want to be taking the windows out of this car as well, because Mark is not looking to pay for that. This thing Mark was struggling with, so I told him to leave it whilst I was working at that car. I'll do that, and then it's just bodywork. I'm really on the shell, there's not that much bodywork. I've circled some of it. These bits someone has filled before. The car's obviously had a couple of dents, and you can't really see it on camera, but the filler just needs blocked down further. And then the wing at the front obviously needs welded and filled. But other than that, it's just little scabs at the bottom of the quarters, and then we're good to go. So yeah, I will be way better, and I'm not going to forget the time-lapse or video any more of this. It's just because I wasn't working at it, and Mark was. So yeah, this is it so far. I'm going to get this finished, and just a random Kia update. They suck so bad. So to get the radiator out of this, the radiator, this is the issue. I'll give you a lowdown of what happened on this whilst we're here. The radiator is all swole out at the bottom, but the bumper and all the plastics hide that so well that I couldn't see that. And it was leaking between the radiator and the AC condenser radiator part. And what it was doing was filling the fan shroud up with water, with coolant. And then when the fan came on, it was just spraying it around the whole engine bay. So I had no idea where this coolant leak was coming from until it got hot enough for that fan to kick in and then spray it everywhere. So that was a whole investigation, but hey, we're almost done. I've also done inner tie rod and drop links on that car, so I've done pretty good today, all things considered. And I cleaned the garage a whole lot, like a whole lot. It still needs cleaned properly. I know I wrecked it. Everybody will be disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get this Kia done, and then I'm probably gonna do another hour and a half at the Evo myself tonight. And then tomorrow I will not forget to record, and I will get, hopefully, the shell ready for paint. Oh, I am in darkness, okay. And then I'll hopefully have the shell ready for paint, so who knows, we might be blowing up the booth tomorrow. That'd be sick. We haven't seen the booth blown up in quite a while, so yeah, that's the update so far. The next bit will be time-lapse of me working at it, or me and Mark working at it, or something. And we are done for the day. So as you saw in the time lapse, the skirts are off, the front bumper's off, the rear bumper's off, and the headlights and stuff are out. I found an extra dent that I never noticed. I don't know how I didn't notice it, but there is a dent there. Unless I dented it, but I doubt it. So yeah, I never saw that originally, but back bumper's off, the side skirt's off. And to be honest, for a Japanese car, like the sills are not bad. They could do with just the rust scraped off them and more stone chip, but they really are not bad at all. But yeah, I am done. I am going home because I am tired. In the next clip, it will be tomorrow. We are back as day 2 at the Evo, so this is the plan. We have the manager in today, dressed appropriately. So we've got a bit of filler work to do today. We're getting the filler on the quarters wings, just here. But that wing, the 2 quarters, the rust sorted, and then maybe the roof painted. You're going to see a whole lot of time lapse because there's going to be a few of us working at it, and because me talking and wandering around with the camera is still pretty awkward. Still pretty awkward for me when other people are around, other than him, because he's like the mini-me. So yeah, on with the filler time lapse. Enjoy. Okay, so what we thought was rust at the bottom of the quarter panels was like, we thought it was like a tiny little blister that just needed ground out, treated, filled. That was not the case. Someone had already loaded a load of filler into it, so we had to cut them out, weld them. Took ages. The rust went down into the sill a little bit where someone had put filler, but it is all repaired now. So as you can see on this side, I've got the filler on, but yeah, we've got a new plate welded in, as you saw in the time lapse. And it sucks because it sort of held us back. There was also another hole in here that we welded, and it was weird. It was like a dent that had then rusted, so the stretched metal just turned into a hole as soon as I started working with it. So yeah, it sucks because it took us way longer than we thought it was going to. It's now day 3 and we still aren't in primer, which is just the way resprays go every single time. But this one did seem like a simple one. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I know it was sort of messy, but this is YouTube and that's just how it goes sometimes. In the next video, we will be getting primer onto the Evo and something will be going yellow. And I'm not going to upload one until that is the case. So like, comment, subscribe, make sure you've entered the pit bike giveaway, and I will see you guys in the next one.